Mark Buckley. I'm the ticket agent here in the Ann Arbor station, and here today to answer a few questions for you about our Amtrak service. And I'm looking here. Amtrak, how do I feel about Amtrak finally going back to normal services? It's a good thing all the way around. We've been impacted by this, but it's been positive, and we've seen a lot of people traveling. 352, I hope that's a temporary removal. You know, we put 54 back on so people from the West Coast could make connections.
So what time is 354 come through?
That'll be 11 at night.
11 at night?
It'll be the night train, so you'll be able to go in the morning, spend the day in Chicago, and come back.
Yeah.
You really can only spend a couple hours with the current schedule.
Well, yeah, because I mean the train, it goes, was it like, rising in Chicago maybe like 11 o'clock, right? And the train comes back like 4 o'clock, so that's not like a lot of time.
So this is, 352. We'll see what happens in the spring on that. They're working with the state of Michigan, and there might be some other things going on with that.
No, so is the Amtrak Wolverine, is that owned by IDOT, which would be Illinois Department of Transportation, or is that owned by MDOT, which is Michigan?
Well, MDOT sponsors it, Amtrak operates it, but you know, we get funding through Michigan Department of Transportation to help maintain this, the Blue Water, and the Pere Marquette, the Michigan services. Amtrak being profitable this year, I don't know. Got a long way to go on ridership. If the ridership picks up, we should have some good.
Well, yeah, because I mean, before the pandemic, I mean, I don't know if you recall, but Amtrak was almost profitable. I mean, obviously, that pandemic, caused a lot of numbers to go down, but it was like I think like 1% or 2% will be profitable.
We'll see really on the East Coast. A lot of it depends on how many people go back to work, how much commuting you have. More people working from home.
Especially on the Northeast Corridor and all that.
Yeah.
Because that's the most busy.
But, it comes and goes. I'm sure the ridership will be back because it really didn't go away because they didn't want to ride the train. There weren't any trains to ride. So that's...
Well, I mean, there's 3 Wolverine services usually throughout the day, right?
Yeah.
And then now there's only like 1 or 2.
There's just one. We'll have 2 starting next week, and then possibly this third one I've been here maybe back in October. We'll just have to wait on 352, 353. That'll be nice to have that train back because that is a popular schedule. I like the new engines. You talk about the ALC 42 charger.
That's a new long distance charger that's planning to be replace the P42 DCs.
Yeah.
Which would be the Genesis units.
Yeah. We'll see how it works out. It's time to get new power. You can't run on it.
Yeah, those things have been running since 1992.
yeah. So they're overdue. Yeah. And they should improve reliability because you've been seeing how we've been having some issues with the with the equipment. A lot of that's just old age. So the new engines will probably eliminate a lot of that kind of issue.
And I mean, Phase 5's been in existence for a little while now. I think ever since 2000, isn't it? So I mean, it's been like 20 years since they made a new phase.
There's like 5 new paint schemes for the 50th anniversaries. You have to look around.
Yeah, so they have the midnight blue, and they have. I mean, they did all the different phases or whatever. Like heritage units. I think for the 40th anniversary, right? Yeah.
My favorite was always the bloody nose, the red.
Yeah. That's the it has the little black on the bottom there, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite. So I hope to see it here at some point.
Yeah.
The paint schemes here. Well. Yeah, it's just updated. I like it, but my favorite again was the bloody nose. But the new one is sharp.
I think that was Phase 1, wasn't it, or is that?
That was the first one.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
Actually, it might have been the second.
So, which ones are your favorite phases? You think?
The first one.
The first one, and
then the continuous stripe.
Yeah, I think that's. Was it Phase 2 or Phase 3?
Yeah.
I forgot how Phase 4 goes, but.
There was that lightning stripe. We had the zigzag there under the cab. I had that for a while, but we have the new look too. I started with the pointless arrow. Now we have the
now I get the logo right behind you there. Actually, yeah.
That's our new one. Train speeds. That should be mostly picked up. We'll see how that goes.
How do you feel like that will affect this service, the Wolverine? Speed wise,
Hopefully we get it down to just under 4 hours from here.
Yeah. How much is it right now?
It's a little about 4.5, close to
4.5.
5. But the idea, once we get the higher speeds up, we'll have a more competitive travel.
So, are they planning to replace the tracks, or are they
They're improving the signal system. The tracks are mostly in good shape. It's upgrading the signal system.
Well, because they just redid these tracks over here in Dearborn or whatever a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but it's the control and signal system you've got to have certain things in place to operate beyond certain speeds. And the more safety appliances you have in the track, the higher speeds.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of the reason why the Northeast Corridor, like, why the Excella only goes up to like 70 miles an hour, even though it's able to go up to 150, Yeah. But the average is 70 miles an hour operating speed.
The things you got to retime the crossing gates if you have those, so that they're not coming down after the train gets through and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things that go with it. And you can't just turn the speed up. You have to make a lot of incremental improvements to get that to happen.
And actually, I noticed your like a little, what do they call that thing? The little necklace thing, whatever you're on thing. That's in the Phase 6 paint scheme, isn't that right?
This is what's coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a retro, because see, there's the...
Oh, yeah. They're definitely bringing back that pointless arrow, though, again, like for some.
Well, you got to protect the trademark on it.
Yeah.
So. The train speeds, though, that'll increase ridership, But, route functions with the SC40, they're just new.
Yeah.
And they got to work the bugs out. There's just things to interface them again with that signaling system, and you got to run them to see how they'll.
Because the Charger, I think it was on July 4th or something, that it like completely died out. They had to get a new one out there,
They're just like a year old in that, so they're getting through their first seasons, and then there's also the learning curve on the other end of operating.
Yeah.
But they'll get that worked out, and then they'll be a solid engine for us. I'd be interested to see what the new high-speed rail coming in the Northeast Corridor will be.
Yeah.
And then what they'll do with the older equipment. That'll probably downgrade to the Northeast Regionals, and that could allow some more equipment to head west, and maybe improve the capacity on some of the trains.
We normally electrified things they have for, besides Northeast Corridor as part of the Keystone Corridor, So
that's as far as they got with electrification, and then it never went past that.
I guess like a little bonus question. So obviously, like they're using like a lot of Siemens, units, right? Nowadays like the ALC 44 or 42 and SC 44. So like, what's your opinion on those trains, like in general, like reliability wise, and like just like your overall opinion of them, like design wise and all that?
I'm kind of impressed with them.
Yeah.
They're quieter, cleaner.
Because you probably like were here like like when our Genesis units just come through here, like I remember I used to watch some of them with my dad, back in the day, like 2011. Obviously I don't run those anymore here, but yeah.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
And they'll turn out to be a good unit once they just little things getting that
Well, the little things is ultimately what adds up to become like a better product generally.
Yeah. It's always, you want to get the second year of like a new car. The first year is always going to have those little things.
And actually, now thinking about it, here another bonus question. So I think it was in January, right? They had it was like Amtrak Midwest cars, right? They had the general, I think what they called Amfleet cars, right?
Yeah.
So they have those cars, generally that come through here, But like they tested out some of those.
The bright lines, they got those. They
had their own like Amtrak Midwest paint scheme. How do you like those cars?
Those will be nice. They'll be better. Those should be coming soon. The coaches, the cafe cars will be a little bit. We've had those through on tests, but it's still like making sure they work in the stations and stuff. Hopefully, we'll have those, by the end of the year on the train. So that'll be a big improvement because this stuff's getting old. The Amfleets are from the 70s. And the Horizons are from the 80s. So it's.
That's like the more square car, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are, they were add-on to a commuter car order that New York did back in the 80s. And they work well. We need the capacity, and they've worked well for the, for what we've had.
Yeah.
Been happy with them.
Do you have anything else you want to add on to any of the other questions here?
Well, I would just say with 352, 353, we'll stand by, on that. Hopefully, we'll see something positive with those schedules later on in the year.
Yeah.
But ridership's good. And
you said the trains are going to be coming through. Like, what times are they now coming through here now?
Well, I have a train eastbound. It's like about 1 in the afternoon.
They'll be going towards Pontiac.
Yep. Pontiac. That leads to
Detroit
Chicago at 7:20 in the morning. And then there'll be the 6 in the evening train that will get here around 11. So that's eastbound. And then westbound will have 7 in the morning heading west and 7 in the evening going west. And,
that'll definitely help, people going to Chicago or Detroit, have a little more of an organized schedule. Because, right now, it works, but, it's not really like
well, it works going west. It doesn't work coming east. You want to go to California, you got to go to Toledo, wait for the bus to come up. With 354 coming back next week, you'll be able to bring the train right into Ann Arbor. So that's going to be the positive on that.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
I hope I got it all for you.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate